Good evening and welcome back to Sporty Stuff TV for the Online Darts Live League. We've already had Group A, of course, completed. Group C started this morning, and this evening we will see the start of Group B. Group A was won by Martin Thomas. He went 13 games unbeaten before falling to Terry Jenkins, with Terry Jenkins having a wonder performance, averaging 98 in that one to defeat Martin Thomas. Carl Wilkinson finished in third, so Terry Jenkins and Carl Wilkinson take their spot in tonight's Group B. Robert Rickwood was back into Group C, which we've seen this morning, with Gerard Cole and Paul Hogan. So our 5 players this evening will include Terry Jenkins and Carl Wilkinson. Richard North topped the table for today in Group C. That group will be completed, of course, tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. on the Online Darts Live League YouTube channel. Richard North won 4, lost 1, the same as Paul Hogan. Richard North just in front on leg difference. Robert Rickwood and Conan Whitehead both on 6 points. Gerald Cole picked up a win in the final match of the day against Lee Evans. Lee Evans, unfortunately, didn't pick up a win, but did have the highest finish of the day today. Well, the highest finish of the week, 167. So, let's have a look at Group B, which will feature, as I said, Terry Jenkins and Carl Wilkinson. I'm sure we will get a look at that any second now. And there is the lineup. Rhys Griffin taking on Jamie Kelling in our opener. Deta Hedman against Terry Jenkins in match number 2. And our 5th and final player of this Group B, Carl Wilkinson up against Rhys Griffin. And Kelling against Hedman. Jenkins against Wilkinson. Griffin Hedman. Kelling Jenkins, Hedman Wilkinson, Jenkins Griffin, and our final match will be Wilkinson and Kelling, taking us up to around about 1:30 a.m. Hope you can stay with us and enjoy the action here on Sporty Stuff TV. I think our first 2 players are ready. And our first 2 players, as I said, will be Rhys Griffin against Jamie Kelling. Jamie Kelling, of course, we've seen plenty of in the Online Darts Live League. Rhys Griffin qualified as far back as 2014 for the UK Open via Riley's. Won in his prelim. Runner-up in the Youth WDF Cup as well in the same year. 2015, more progression, reached a development tour final, beating Dirk van Dijvenbode, Barry van Peer en route, eventually losing to Dimitri Vandenberg, and we know what he went on to do in the sport and continues to do. 2017, semi-finals of the Dutch Open. That's no mean feat, I can assure you. The biggest open in world darts. Usually around 3,000 competitors. Reached 2 Challenge Tour finals in 2019. 2020 finished 15th on the Development Tour Order of Merit. Had the 8th highest overall average for the year of just over 87. Won 25 of his 31 matches, beating some players that dart fans will recognise. Gerald Cole, Callum Rydz, Bradley Brooks, Josh McCarthy. 2021 did play in Q School, played 6 matches, beat Matt Denon and Gordon Mathers, averaging 93 and 95, averaged 87.03 for the Q School. UK Open this year, beat Sean Fisher and 99. Mike De Decker, averaging 89 and 88, and then lost to Sedlacek in round 3.
35.
All the matches, best of 7, first to 4. 2 points for a win and nada for a loss. This group will compete over the 2 evenings, tonight and tomorrow night. 3 players from this group will join, the top 3 players, of course, from this group will join Martin Thomas in Saturday's final. From Group C, which started today, 2 players from that group will make up the 6-player final on Saturday night that starts again, as like tomorrow night, 10 p.m. on Sporty Stuff TV. Terry Jenkins, the 11-8 favourite to win this Group B. Wilkinson 9-4. Kelling 7-2.
180.
We'll have to wait long for our first max. Rhys Griffin 9-2 and Deta Hedman, big price 33-1. What a reply!
180.
Well, already that 7-2 and 9-2 about Griffin could represent a little bit of value if they continue in this vein of form.
138.
Finish, of course, made famous back in 1983 by Keith Deller. He didn't go this way, though. Check out, of course, that won him the World Championships in 83 against
Jamie require 103.
the late and great Eric Risto. Has options. Double 16.
Game shot on the
What a lovely start. And look at the response. He is up for this tonight, Jamie Kelling. A lovely 103 finish, a 180 in the leg as well, of course, and a 15-darter to boot. 1-0.
Second leg, it's Jamie to throw first. Game on.
And a break of throw. $100. $57. $43. $40. $46. Bit of a slower start to this leg.
100. $100.
Jamie Kelling in running, the 4-11 favourite to win this one. 2-1 about Rhys Griffin.
118.
The average of the 2 players going into
140.
tonight's Group B that came from Group A, Terry Jenkins. He averaged just shy of 90 for his 15
60.
matches, but he got better
Jamie
each day.
requires
Yesterday,
72.
he averaged in his 5 matches 95.56, which is right up there with the best I can remember seeing over 15 matches so far
40.
in the Online Darts Live League. Hit 9 180s in the process.
126.
3 ton plus checkouts on the day. He is going to be a factor tonight and potentially in the final as Rhys Griffin responds with a ton plus check of his own on the bullseye, a 1-2-6 to instantly break back. Good game this one already, and we're only 2 legs deep.
Throw first. Game on.
Super response.
57.
Let's have more of this evening, please. Yeah, so no surprise. Terry goes into that match against Deta as the shortest
96.
price favourite, as you will see. 1-8. Deta 5-1.
121.
Of course, you regulars of the Online Darts Live League will know plenty about Jamie Kelling. Does have a
36.
wonderful action.
$135. 84. 58. 55. Rhys, you require 130.
Oh, for back-to-back ton plus finishes. Don't think he'll be going for the ball if he hits the treble 20. Because Kelling way back.
40.
'Jamie Kelling's played 46 matches
100.
in the
Rhys,
Online
you
Darts
require
Live League.
90.
Won 23, lost 23, 50% strike rate. Incredibly, 260 legs, 131, 130 lost, an average of nearly
72.
84, a high of 98.5.
Jamie, you require 130.
And he's hit 46 180s in 46 matches. So that marks your card if you're
43.
looking at playing the
Rhys, you
180
require
markets this
18.
evening. Got two debutants
Game
this
shot on the
evening.
third leg. Rhys
As
Griffin.
Rhys Griffin holds throw, our first hold of throw of this match. And he takes the lead for the first time, 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's Jamie to throw first.
Of course, Carl Wilkinson and Terry Jenkins making their debut on Monday.
180. 99.
180 number 3, 2-1 to Jamie Kelling in that department.
125.
Rhys, of course, originally from Wales, now lives in Bolton. A real hotbed of darts up there when things start to get back
76.
to some kind of normality. Of course, all these players, they're only competitive matches in
100.
a real setting. Has probably been playing in the Online Darts Live League. Rhys was telling me a little earlier that there's been some
100.
limited entry
Jamie
opens he's been
required
able to
96.
take part in.
56.
So looking good. Tops after 12 for Kelling to level things up. 2 breaks to throw, followed by 2 holds
56.
and 2 comprehensive
Jamie
holds of throw.
require 40. Game shot on the fourth leg. Jamie
Is
Kelling.
the best leg of the match so far. A 14 darter there for Jamie to hold throw and level things back up at 2-2.
Fifth leg, it's Rhys to throw first. Game on.
9 more matches to bring you after this one.
100.
I have to say, Rhys Griffin looking very, very comfortable on debut. Never quite know what to expect. It is a
42.
very different environment with all the coronavirus safety protocols here at the Online Darts Live League.
57.
And players in there, well, we're all in our own bubble down here.
59. 42.
Opportunity here, maybe, for Kelling. Ton will more than get him back in the leg.
93.
That will do. Only 5 adrift. Trouble 18 and trouble 20 would have left
40.
170. But ran for cover for the 2 trouble 20s to try and leave 164, but that all went a little pear-shaped.
42.
And again, not been punished. So important to get off to a good start. Seen it today with Lee Evans. Didn't get going at all. And then just
95.
spent the day trying too hard. But good thinking there from Rhys. Jamie should be down there as well. How much of that can he see? Could go back up now. 98 leaves 167.
57.
The trouble 19 would
Rhys
have left
require
170.
167.
We've seen this today, of course, from Lee Evans.
40.
In the final match of the day. We did have an array of ton plus finishes today. Well, there's going to be pressure now.
180.
And that's a third.
Rhys require 127.
We'll check the most he's had in one match, but I'd be surprised if it's been 3 or more.
87.
And this is the perfect timing
Jamie
for a break of
require
throw.
28.
Goes 3-2 up, has the darts to win it 4-2. Double 7. Oh, this can get messy.
Game
Oh,
shot
perfect.
on the 5th leg. Jamie Kelling.
Good composure from Jamie Kelling to find the double 7. Of course, you go inside. The double 7 doesn't break down. There's no 3.5. But a break of throw has the darts now in leg 6.
Jamie to throw first. Game on.
A disappointing leg from Rhys there. That was a 20 dart break of throw. So Rhys had 21
60.
darts in that leg to hold throw. Not one of them was at a double. Just trying to compose himself.
95.
He's finding that red bit.
140. 100.
Just about staying in touch. You will have to use the 19s though from 306. 140 of course. Leaves a bogey.
60.
166. Well, has options. Should be going for the ball. The 25 of course would have left 167 and he's missed that. But time on his side.
100.
Needs at least one big treble. Gets one.
140.
And another. Look at the reaction.
Jamie require 141.
45 left after 12. No finish now for Kelling. So are we going all the way in our opening match?
Rhys require 45.
Tops for 3-3. 2 10s.
25. Jamie require 96.
Well, 2 darts to level things up. 96 for Jamie. Yeah, he's found the treble 20 again. Double 18, 2 in hand. 1 left.
Game.
And
shot.
gets it.
And the match. Jamie
And
Kelling.
does serve it out for a 4-2 win. Jamie Kelling off to the perfect start, picking up 2 points in the opening match. Averages, it seemed a much better game than that, but the averages are what they are, 84.09. The problem was the player was so dominant with throw early on that the opponent was left back, well, on 200 plus. Okay, well, we're going to be back with Deta Hedman against Terry Jenkins. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you exclusively on Sporty Stuff TV. And up next, Deta Hedman. 61. Doesn't she look incredible for 61? She has won more titles than every player in this week's Live League combined, by my reckoning. She's approaching 100 titles. I think 93 titles, including the World Masters on 2 occasions. Only big one that's eluded her. She won the World Cup, of course, and the Europe Cup. And the Zouderdown is
83.
The World Championships finalist on 3 occasions, 2012, 2014 and 2016. What makes that amazing, that record of titles, is that Deta actually
43
took a break from the sport, which I think was around about a decade. I'd have to confirm that, but I seem to recall it. A wonderful, wonderful ambassador to just not ladies darts, but darts in general.
100.
Like me, I thought it was a 140. Got a smile out of Terry. You only usually get a smile out of Terry when you buy him a pint.
41.
Again, Deta making her debut.
42.
Will take a game or two to get used to the environment. Terry, this is his 4th consecutive day of action and really did get up to speed yesterday. As I said, an average of 95.56, 44% on the doubles. A finish of 158, and that secured his qualification into this Group B.
60.
As I was saying a little earlier about ton finishes, we had a couple in our opening match that was 1-4-2 by Jamie Kelling.
100.
We had finishes of 1-2-5, 1-0-2, 1-1-1, 1-2-1, 1-0-4, 1-60, 1-0-6, 1-2-6, 1-2-1, and the best was saved to last by Lee Evans, the 167. There's only one higher
54
finish to get, and that's the 170.
$45.
I've been trying to campaign to have a women's week here at the Online
60.
Darts Live League, and as restrictions maybe open up, who knows? It would be lovely to get the
180.
best 12
Deta
players in ladies
102.
darts. I think it'd be quite unique to see them battle it out over the week. Certainly can be no excuses. The best player will come through.
32. Terry, you require 32.
Well, the 180, a real game changer for Terry. 88. Oof, can he slide it down the side?
16.
No. A reprieve for Deta.
Deta, you require 70.
52. Tops for a holder throw and a 1-0 lead.
30. Terry, you require 16.
Double trouble.
8. Deta, you require 40.
This will settle any early nerves, of course. And there will be nerves. Deta wouldn't have played any competitive darts for quite some time. especially in this environment.
20. Terry, you require 8. Game shot on the first leg. Terry Jenkins.
Well, Terry eventually finds the double 2 to break throw and take a 1-0 lead. A very edgy start from both. Will improve, I can assure you.
Second leg, it's Terry to throw first. 38.
Plenty of you watching will also remember Deta's brother, Al Hedman. Won the British Open, of course, back in the 90s. Wonderful player, Al. Played doubles and mixed
59.
doubles with them both over the years. Played county darts against them. Deta played her county darts for Essex back then. I played for London. And that incredible side that featured players like Peter Everson and Shane Burgess and
100.
Steve Beaton. It was a who's who. The old county sides back then.
100.
If you're wondering what the wobble in Deta's darts is, she uses a very fine
45.
wire point, which is meant to, one, eliminate as many bounce outs as possible, and of course allow a little bit movement, a little bit more movement.
140.
When you put a dart by the side of the other one, it will have that little bit of flex, so it does eliminate a lot of deflections. I'm not sure I could quite get used to the dart vibrating
81.
almost for a few moments. Deta's been using them for quite some time. Single 18 for tops for Terry.
124.
Oops. Terry Jenkins, of course, got a wonderful resume. 9 major finals. That win
84.
incredibly
Terry,
always
you
eluded him.
54.
Tops. Maybe he'll win the World Seniors.
Game shot on the second leg. Terry Jenkins.
An 18 darter for Terry. I did say it would get better, and it certainly has. A 26 dart breaker throw in leg 1, an 18 dart hold in leg 2.
Third leg, it's Deta to throw first. Game on.
Important that Deta gets a leg on the board.
$100.
Deta's also qualified for
180.
the UK Open, made the round of 64 back in 2005.
$140. 80.
She has won ranking titles on 4 occasions at the same one.
140.
5 times. She's won the Welsh Open 4 times. Northern Ireland Open 4 times.
100.
German Open 4 times.
DT require 121.
British Open 4 times. And the BDO International Open on 4 occasions. very rarely wins one tournament just the once. Bullseye. Oh.
76. Terry, you require 141.
Treble 19 for double 12 or treble 15, double 18. Depends what he fancies. Fancied the 57-24 strat. So
109.
back comes Deta.
Deta, you require 45.
A must-win leg. There's the 13. 2 at double 16.
Game shot
Well,
on the third
finds
leg.
herself 2-1
Hedman.
down. Could have been 2-1 up, but that leg will make a huge difference going forwards. Terry Jenkins still with that breaker throw
Fourth
advantage.
leg.
He
Terry
has the
to throw
darts in
first.
leg
Game
4.
on.
180 in that leg as well, of course, from Terry, but it was a 14 dart holder throw from Deta. Best leg
55.
of the match so far.
$60. $60. $81. $32.
He's there for the taking. Absolutely night and day, this performance to yesterday's performance from Terry. I would have thought playing at night would have suited. It's not easy to
96.
get ready to play darts at 9:30 a.m.
$60.
Oh, what a chance here for Deta to level things up at 2 apiece and put us back on throw.
$60.
Again, falling victim of something we all do, and that's try a little bit too hard. I think they're both in that boat. Both
100.
have a throw that relies on being as fluid as possible. Sounded like some kind of Japanese proverb there. What I mean is,
100.
as smooth as possible, of course. Be like water. Sounds way more interesting. Oh, that took a horrible deflection.
55.
So you would think Deta has
Deta, you
2
require
visits
104.
at this 104 for 2-2. And the break back. That's awkward. Not sure how much. Very tall Deta. Over 6 foot. 21 scored, 83 left. Treble 17 for double 16. Right on the money.
38.
Very
Terry, you
unfortunate.
require 139.
See, the lie of the 18 originally was not a good one. Treble 18 for double 12.
115.
Pressure on the 66.
Deta requires 66.
She'll be disappointed here not to be having 3 at a double. Instead, she's only going to get 1. And that 1 is going to be at tops.
46. Terry, you require 24.
Bit of a steal, this one. If he can find Double
12.
6, and he doesn't. He's feeling it.
Deta, you require 20. Game shot on the 4th leg. Deta Hedman.
And Deta does get the break of throw, and it is 2-2, and we're back on throw. Deta has the darts in leg 5.
5th leg, it's Deta to throw first. Game on.
Our high average today in Group C was 95.72. Neither will be
41.
worrying that today. Our high average in Group
58.
A, which was won by Martin Thomas over the opening 3 days, was 102.77. He will be returning, of course, on Saturday night, 10 p.m. Sporty Stuff TV.
96.
Put it in your planner. We're back tomorrow morning on YouTube, of course, 9:30 a.m. and then back at 10 p.m. on
60.
Sporty Stuff TV for the conclusion of this Group B. Remember, it's only the bottom 2 eliminated. The top 3 go through to Saturday night's final, where it'll be split into 2 groups of 3. The top 2 from each group
100.
make up the semi-final. The losing semi-finalists will play off for a 3rd and 4th playoff, because the winner of that will come back for
46.
Champions Week, as will the winner and the runner-up. And where you finish, whether it be 1st, 2nd, or winning that 3rd or 4th playoffs, determines where you start your campaign in Champions Week, which was won wonderfully last week by Richie Burnett,
85.
who picked up a cool £5,000. The winner of Champion Week 2, which will be on Week 10 of this Phase 2, so 4 weeks' time,
99.
will pick up £6,000 with £12,000 in prize money up for grabs. The richest prize in amateur darts right now.
$83.
Well, if Terry doesn't find a 140 or a 180 here, he is in a big trouble.
94.
He'll have to finish, but it's
Deta,
a biggie.
require 96.
Trouble 20, double 18 for Deta. And this will be for 3 legs on the spin.
Game shot on the 5th leg.
And
Deta
finds
Hedman.
the double 19 to convert that 96. 1 treble 19, double 19. 3-2 lead. Terry with it all to do.
6th leg, it's Terry to throw first.
Terry won the opening 2 and then lost the next 3. Deta in 14, 22 and 18.
140. $97.
Finds the treble 19 again. Certainly been a friend there. Terry losing the line completely
68.
on both darts 2 and 3. Our 5th player of this group will be in action in our following match. Carl Wilkinson. He'll be up against
100.
Rhys Griffin, who lost the opening match to Jamie Kelling 4-2.
$100.
Deta's just got to keep the pressure applied.
$58.
Deta's done a fair bit of martial arts over the years. It's just about, it's almost like a bit of a chokehold. Trying to keep Terry subdued, but this has been a good response when he's been put up against it. But Deta will have the darts, of course, in the deciding leg.
$140.
Perfect example
Terry
there of
56.
how those points eliminate deflections.
Game shot on the 6th leg. Terry Jenkins.
And that equals the best leg of the match so far. A 14 dart from Deta, and there a 14 dart from Terry Jenkins. As a match saver, we do go all the way. 3-3.
Deta to throw first. Game on.
Two breaks of hold, 2 breaks of throw, and then 2 holds of throw apiece. We find ourselves 3-3.
123.
Lovely start from Deta. $180. Number 3 from Terry Jenkins. Let's turn this one on its head.
60. $80. $28.
That's a disaster for Deta.
$41.
Well, an opportunity here has arisen, but she needs a really, really big visit. 2 big trebles minimum. Maybe able to use that. Just bump on top. Yep. Lots of room. Like I said, very, very tall, Deta.
140.
That dart for me would be a little awkward being under 6 foot. For Deta, she can play over the top of it.
78. Deta
All barring
150.
a 1-2-2 finish from Terry, Deta will have 2 visits to convert this 150. Love to get it done, of course, in one, but that can't happen now. That's 80 of them. Treble 18 would have left double 8, but she'll take
Terry
that.
Require
4 18s and ball for Terry. Oh, he can't finish. Oof. Oh. Deta Hedman was an 8-1 shot.
Deta require 52.
Can Deta pull off the first shock of the night? There's the 12. Once tops. Double 10.
42. Terry require 80.
2 darts at double 10. Double 5.
Game, shots, and the match. Terry Jenkins.
The final dart for Terry Jenkins. Just about squeaks it. Deta Hedman very, very nearly pulled that one off. As you can see, outscored on the 180s. Outscored Terry in the 140 column. A very, very enjoyable match indeed. Right, up next, Carl Wilkinson, his first game of the night, and he's up against Rhys Griffin. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League here on Sporty Stuff TV. Match number 3 of 10 up next, and it is Carl Wilkinson up against Rhys Griffin. Carl Wilkinson finished
first leg. It's
third
Carl to throw
in
first.
Group
Game on.
A, just behind Terry Jenkins and 10 points behind our eventual winner Martin Thomas, who of course
60.
is already taking his berth into Saturday's final. Carl won 8 of his 15 matches.
123.
Had a running average over the course of those 15 matches of 87.3. Hit 12 180s in the process, 6 ton plus outs, the most of all of the players in that Group A. High was a 160, and he had the best leg
30.
of the week so far, a 10.
$180.
And he's not taken long to settle here.
121.
His finishing stats for the opening 3 days, 38.17%.
64.
Didn't have one particularly high standout average, but was very solid throughout. He had a high of 93.64.
140. Cole, you require 143. 43. Rhys, you require 87.
Oh, despite being against the throw and the 180 from Carl. Oh, you shouldn't have been going for the treble. You just got to make sure in these short races, make sure
48.
of
Cole, you
the
require
20
100.
to get a dart at the ball. Tops, tops.
60. Rhys, you require 39.
7 for double 16. Double 9.
21. Cole, you require 40. Game shot on the first leg.
Gets a hold
Carl
of throw
Wilkinson.
in the end. Carl Wilkinson. It's a 19 dart hold of throw. He will care not. He will just care about that scoreline and that all important hold of throw to get this one
Leg, it's Rhys to throw first.
off
Game on.
the mark. And instantly, Rhys on the back foot. This is what he's capable of. Beautiful action.
180.
And there's the result when it's all goes together right. That's what happens.
180.
That's 3 180s in the opening leg and a half.
57.
That's just what Rhys will have to eliminate.
134.
Because that's what's going to happen. Maybe not all night, but
44.
on the back foot.
58.
All the mechanics look good
60.
with Rhys Griffin. He does have a lovely
Cole, you
throw.
require 129.
Experienced player now.
Game shot on the second leg.
And
Carl
that
Wilkinson.
is a 12 dart break of throw from Carl Wilkinson, our best leg of the night so far. I don't think it will be the best by the time we reach the end of this session.
Third leg, it's Carl to
But
throw
it is
first.
a 2-0 lead.
Game on.
That is the way to break throw.
58.
And that's the highest finish of the night, of course. It was 1-2-6 from Rhys in leg 1.
57.
Sorry, match 1 with the 1-2-6.
83.
It's incredible when you go around the
140.
the different regions of Great Britain. Now, Carl's from Yorkshire.
96.
And you will notice how flat, or actually below horizontal to the ground, his darts go.
134.
Now, there's several ideas behind that. Let's have a look. Can you see what I mean? Totally different to that
140
of
Rhys
Rhys Griffin,
require
who darts are
170.
a lot more traditional. What you see, they sit up. There
41.
used to be a Yorkshire board that the players played on, which didn't have
Carl,
any
you require
trebles, so
124.
it was thought that it would be easier to hit 3 tops with your darts going in at that angle.
92.
And then if you go back
Rhys
before then,
require
it was the
129.
low ceilings of the bars that darts would traditionally be played in Yorkshire. Another one of those for a wonderful finish.
111. Carl, you require 32.
I must check that theory, but I'm pretty sure I have read about that before. Maybe Patrick Chaplin, the
Game shot
darts
the third leg.
historian,
Carl
might be able to
Wilkinson.
point me in the right direction, but that is 3-0 now for Carl Wilkinson. A holder throw, a breaker throw, and then another holder throw, despite
Fourth
the effort
leg. It's Rhys
on
to throw
the
first. Game on.
2 double 18 shot for Rhys Griffin on the 72.
100.
Wanted 129, of course. The 57 left 72. And 2 double 18s are 72.
58.
Unaware who Patrick Chaplin is. He has written some wonderful books
134.
on the history of our sport.
80.
It's actually Dr. Patrick Chaplin, Dr. Darts, of course. And he's written history books with regards to pubs, darts,
81.
the history of darts.
$58. 140.
Was actually awarded a PhD by the Anglia-Ruskin University in Cambridge back in 2006.
65.
So he
Rhys
really is
require 46.
a doctor of darts on his research. Much better leg, this one from Rhys.
28.
But if you're interested in the history of our sport and everything surrounding it, it is well worth picking up a copy of
83. Rhys require 18.
these books.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Rhys Griffin.
Face palms himself there, but it is a leg back. Only a holder throw, though. The hard work starts now in leg 5.
Fifth leg. It's Carl to throw first. Game on. $99. $42.
Barrage of 180s to start the match, but not had one for a couple of legs.
140.
Rhys Griffin averaging over 86. Only averaged 80.8
135.
in his opener, so he's picked up his game. which is all you can ask. Carl Wilkinson is
56.
His average is approaching 90 at the moment.
$40. 45. 58. Cole, you require 161. $85.
So just 76 points away from a very convincing and comprehensive 4-1 win.
Cole, you
His
require 76.
First 2 points of the night.
40.
Well, he took out
Rhys,
a
you
1-2-6
require 126.
in match number 1. Can he replicate that? It was 19 treble 19 bull.
86.
He's left tops
Cole,
just
you
in case.
require 36.
He's not looked like missing 3 darts at a double so far, but this is for the match. So it does come with extra
Shot.
pressure.
And the match, Carl
And
Wilkinson.
he does serve it out in leg 5 and is a comprehensive 4-1 winner to get his campaign underway. There are the averages. Rhys Griffin did improve upon his first match, and Carl Wilkinson with a 20 darter in leg 5. His average is dipped to 83-86. Up next, Jamie Kelling against Deta Hedman. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League here on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, match number 4 and a second look at Jamie Kelling and Deta Hedman as they clash in this 4th match. Deta narrowly beaten 4-3, did have multiple match darts to beat Terry Jenkins. Jamie Kelling was very impressive against Rhys Griffin in our opening match of the night, winning 4-2, hitting 3 180s in the process. Had 4 out of 7 on his doubles and a high finish of 103. I've just been informed that I was a little bit
first leg,
shy on
to throw first.
The BDO titles ranked by Deta. I must have to update my own database, but I was around about, I suggested she was approaching 100 BDO ranked titles, but I have been told it's more like 138 and in excess of 200 with non-ranked titles, so invitation events, etc.
125.
I can't honestly think of anybody else who has won more titles in the sport.
26.
Maybe Phil Taylor, but that would be extremely close, I would have thought. Phil was very selective over the years. So I undersold you a bit there, Deta. Apologies for that.
55.
Put it this way, she's won a couple more than me. On a weekend.
43. $125.
Second 125 of the leg. I presume she didn't get here by train. I'll get
41.
Following this one, match number 5. And it will be Terry Jenkins against Carl Wilkinson. And they clashed 3 times in Group A.
$80. $140. DT require 116.
Trouble 20. Would have left. Double 18, 41. Of course. Long way back, isn't it,
45.
Jamie?
DT requires 75. Game shot on the first leg.
Clinical from Deta. More good news. It's a break of throw as well as a 1-0 lead. Leg 2, Deta has the darts.
Second leg, it's
as
Deta
you know,
to throw first.
Tend to give any betting direction until I've seen all the players play at least once or twice to give us some relevant stats to go by.
80.
As I've said, Carl Wilkinson and Terry Jenkins have had 3 meetings already this week. Monday, Terry won 4-3. Tuesday, he won a little bit more convincingly. 4-1 with his highest average of the week so far, 99.93.
70.
And yesterday, completed the treble, winning 4-3 with a 97.53. Hence, the bookies make him the 8-13 favourite.
140.
My personal selection in that match.
97.
With Carl Wilkinson over 0.518s at 4-7. I think the price on Terry is a little mean.
99.
Especially on his opening match performance. And of course, Carl opened with 180s in legs 1 and 2 of his first match of the night.
140. Jamie require 167.
Again, my advice is totally stats based,
87.
or data based, as I like to
DT require 114.
refer to it, for 2-0. I see this quite a lot nowadays. I'm not quite sure why. She did hit double 19, of course, in her match
98.
against Terry
Jamie
Jenkins.
require 80.
Shanghai on 19s for 114. I'm not so sure. Although, who am I to question?
40. DT requires 16.
I could have been playing for 100 years and I don't think I'd have accumulated 138 ranking titles. I think my average was just over one every other year. 11 in total.
Jamie require 40. Game shot on the second leg.
Well, it's
Jamie
a break
Kelling.
back for Jamie Kelling to get this one back on throw at 1 apiece. Deta there did leave a double.
Third
Didn't
leg. It's
take
Jamie
advantage.
to throw first. Game on.
Did have opportunities to double her lead, but it was a 16 darter from Jamie.
140.
It was a 17 dart breaker throw in leg 1. 16 dart breaker throw for Jamie in leg 2.
43. $180.
This is 4th of the night. In
60.
8 and a bit legs. Very impressive. Certainly showed potential in
45.
his previous involvement in the Online Darts Live League. Was one of the many youth players around at the time, tipped for success. One of them was Michael Smith, of course, who's gone on to
85.
become one of the sports
Jamie require
elite.
136. $96.
Talking of titles, I didn't win anything of real note. Only probably the best one was the Irish Masters, which was on Sky Sports and live on the radio, and included the best 32 players in World Darts, but nothing of particular note. If you're a
83.
forum blend,
Jamie require 40.
tops for 2-1. Potential 14 darter now. Now a 15 darter for double 10.
Game shot on the third leg.
And
Jamie Kelling.
And it goes, and it's been a good response despite losing the opening leg. A 16 darter has been followed by a 15, 2-1.
Fourth leg, it's Deta to throw first. Game on. $60.
I've had Fallon and Corinne Hammond, of course. Two other wonderful lady players involved in the Online Darts Live League.
$55. $134. $100. $83. $140. $76. DT require 146.
Double 16.
114.
Oof. Super effort from Deta.
Jamie require 108.
89 remaining. How has he found that? Absolutely incredible dart.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
And again,
Jamie Kelling.
a roar from Jamie. Back-to-back 15 darters has given him a 3-1 lead. He just watched Deta narrowly miss double 16 on the back of 146. It's now 3-1 up.
Jamie to throw first.
And throwing
Game on.
for the match. I had it in my mind that Deta was still top of the WDF rankings, and
40.
she is. In front of Anka Zilster, Eileen de Graaf, Bo Greaves, Fallon, Lorraine, Marie O'Brien, Anastasia, Kirsty Hutchinson, Laura Turner, Tori Kewish,
42.
Amanda Harwood in 11th. I imagine a mix of those ladies players, including, of course,
140.
wouldn't it be great to include the likes of Corinne Hammond,
$100.
Lisa Ashton, although we know she is tied to the PDC. The top 128 players, of course, contracted to the
140.
PDC, so unable to use them without their blessing. Which I know is a hope going forward. Players ranked maybe 65 to 128, giving them some great exposure and earning opportunity during these tough times. Hopefully that comes about at some point.
60.
I'm all for a Women's Week. I think it would be wonderful. Of course, including Mikuru Suzuki,
95.
current
Jamie require 121.
world champion. I think we could create quite the lineup. I'm sure it would be well received.
81.
But for me, you'd have to have Lisa in it. If you were going to try and put together the best 12 lady dart players, she'd have to be involved.
97.
Have to give my Uncle Barry a ring.
Jamie require 40.
So tops for 4-1.
Game, shot, and the match.
A very,
Jamie Kelling.
very tidy performance in the end from Jamie Kelling, winning 4-1, and that certainly was an improved Deta Hedman there, as the averages reflect. 84.43 for Deta, 87.37. 5 140s and a 180 for Jamie. 50% on the doubles, 4 from 8. Very, very impressive indeed. Right, we're going to be back with that big match. Terry Jenkins against Carl Wilkinson. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you exclusively on Sporty Stuff TV. Up next, match number 5, and it's a biggie. I expect one of these two, if not both, to progress out of this Group B into Saturday night's final. They've had some titanic battles already in Group A, which was played Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday.
First leg, it's Terry to throw first. Game on.
They finished 2nd and 3rd respectively in that group. Terry finished 2nd, Carl finished 3rd, which put them into this 5-player field Group B.
85.
4, 5 and 6 had to come back this morning for the red eye. The advantage of finished 2nd and 3rd.
45.
Get you a lie-in and playing darts at a more traditional time. Martin Thomas was the absolutely convincing
76.
winner in Group A. So he has 2 days rest to recuperate and get ready. Well, there's the 180 I told you to back. And it's come in leg 1. Congratulations if you followed that advice. As I always said, it's not opinion or a hunch, it's just looking at the data, and that's all I give you back.
58. $44.
Terry, due to those results I spoke of earlier, was the big favourite to win this match, 8-13. Carl Wilkinson,
140.
6-5.
99.
So
Carl, you require
78
78.
to make the perfect start. 20 and tops for a 15-dart breaker throw and a 1-0 lead.
Game shot on the first leg. Carl Wilkinson.
Absolutely no drama at all in leg 1 for Carl Wilkinson. A 15-dart breaker throw gets this one underway.
Second leg, it's Carl to throw first. Game on. $134.
He's going to have to find another gear, Terry Jenkins.
140. $100. $60. $177.
Add a 177 to that 180. This is outstanding.
100.
Does have the
Carl, you require
best
90.
leg of the week, a 10. A potential 11 dart here if he hits double 18.
Game shot on
Wow.
the second leg. Carl
What
Wilkinson.
a start to this match. Just 26 darts used to win the opening 2 legs for Carl Wilkinson. Leads 2-0.
Third leg, it's Terry to throw first.
He is up for this one.
100. $180.
He is absolutely flying here. A 180 in leg 1. A 177 and 11 darter in
100.
leg 2. And a 180 in leg 3. Absolutely unplayable at the moment.
96.
Averaging 122. Terry will be lucky to get a dart at a double. Never mind win a leg if this carries on.
60. 96.
Really nice guy, Carl. Got to sit down with himself and Martin and Terry and Robert on
100. Carl, you require 129.
Tuesday night or Monday night to watch the football.
Game shot
Wow.
on the third leg. Carl Wilkinson.
Has not missed a double. He's gone out in 15, 11 and 12. Absolutely outstanding. Checks of 78, 90
first. Game on.
and 129. Absolutely blistering.
60.
I'm just scurrying through the many, many pages to try and find what our record average is. I think it's around about 118.
180. 57.
I definitely have it here somewhere.
83.
Well, we'll worry about that if he gets close to it. I think it's by Jason Askew, and it was around about 118. I know.
78.
About 117.
100.
From Kevin Burness. But it doesn't look like it's going to go now anyway.
42. Terry, you require 138. 44.
Well, a big visit here. We'll load the pressure on the 94 for Terry. Who
60.
should
Terry
go
require 94.
treble 18 route now. 76, treble 20, double 8.
54.
Tops after 15 to get a leg on the board.
$43. Terry require 40. Game shot on the fourth leg.
And it
Terry
is
Jenkins.
a breaker throw from absolutely nowhere for Terry Jenkins. It looks like Carl was going to do him 4-0. He was 3-0 up in blistering fashion,
leg,
averaging
Terry
over
to throw
122.
Game on.
And then just put in a stinker.
$100.
One thing for sure, there's no quit in Terry Jenkins.
177.
Oh, that's two 180s and two 177s. That was the perfect lie for Terry.
121.
Hence, he followed it eventually with dart 3.
96.
Our highest average of the week so far is that 102.77 from Martin Thomas. Well,
92.
that is definitely under threat. Hmm.
81.
Maybe not now. Well, he can fill it.
180.
And does. To leave.
Carl, you require
Double 4.
147. 95. Terry, you require 8.
So double 4 for back-to-back legs for Terry Jenkins. He has produced some incredible comebacks over the years.
No score.
Ooh. Oh,
Carl, you require
quite sure.
52.
I don't think he knows where that's come from. But double 16 for 4-1.
20.
2-match darts.
Terry, you require 8. Game shot on the 5th leg. Terry Jenkins.
Didn't need asking twice now, did he? And he has won back-to-back legs. It's now 3-2. Carl, of course, has the darts here in leg 6.
6th leg, it's Carl to throw first.
So 2-match darts for Carl.
140.
Well, off that 52. Hit the 20. 2 at double 16. In fairness,
60.
shouldn't have got to go at that 52.
$96.
Terry averaging 90. Carl Wilkinson still averaging just shy of a ton.
180.
Terry's turn to find the 180s. We've had 4 of them.
125.
And 2 177s in this match. Needs a 140.
140.
You could just
Carl,
see the
140.
extra time taken on that. He knew the importance of it. Just made short, but tops after
Terry
12.
require
The 1-2-1
121.
has got to go. Oh, how unlucky is that? Cannot finish 106 in 2. Should be treble 18.
53.
Well, tops to finish off. An absolute blinder.
Carl, you require 40.
Very, very impressive
Game,
performance.
And the match.
And
Carl
finishes off
Wilkinson.
with absolute quality. And that's the first time he's beaten Terry Jenkins this week, hence the celebration. Those two have got on very well, it has to be said. And look at those numbers. 100.46 for Carl Wilkinson. A very, very respectable 91.93 for Terry. 5 180s in the match. 3-2 in favour of Terry. But the 2 177s and the early damage from Carl Wilkinson was a little bit special. And he goes to the top of the table. Up next, Rhys Griffin against Deta Hedman. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League, brought to you exclusive on Sporty Stuff TV, and we've reached the halfway stage. Up next, match number 6 of 10, and it's Rhys Griffin up against Deta Hedman. Well, someone's O's got to go, both without a point on the board. Well, that will change after this one. Wilkinson on top with Jamie Kelling, both 2 from 2. Terry again, his first defeat there against a very, very impressive Wilkinson. And as you can see, Deta and Rhys played 2, lost 2. That was very, very tidy indeed.
Rhys to throw first.
From
Game
Wilkinson, our highest average of the night so far, 100.46, 2 180s, 2 177s, a high finish of 129 and 4 out of 6 on the doubles. Very, very good indeed. Terry wasn't too shabby, got going. Well, it was out of his hands early, wasn't it? The opening 3 legs by Wilkinson, 1 in 15, 11 and 12. Didn't miss a dart, add a double, and they included 2 180s and a 177. As they say from
60.
Rhys's part of the world, tidy.
$140. $85. $81.
Matches still to come this evening. Up next, Jamie Kelling against Terry Jenkins. Then it will be Deta against Carl, Terry against Rhys, and then Carl against Jamie. Well, Carl certainly looks
60.
in wonderful form. Won his opening match with a steady 84 average, but good on the doubles, 50% with a high finish
80.
of 129, which he matched, of course, in that match against Terry Jenkins, a high finish of 129. Rhys averaged 80.8 in his opener, improved 84.04 in game number 2.
100.
Deta averaged 77 in her opener.
43.
And then put 7 on, well, 7 and a bit on that, and averaged 84.43 in that match against Jamie Kelling.
127.
Lovely setup from Rhys Griffin.
$78.
You
Rhys requires 16.
enjoyed all the action prior to us going on air this evening on Sporty Stuff TV. We're back with the conclusion of
No score.
Group C tomorrow morning on the Online
DT
Darts
require
Live League
180.
YouTube channel from 9:30, and then don't forget, put it on your scheduler. We're back tomorrow at 10 o'clock for the conclusion of this group, and then we will back Saturday night 10 p.m. for the final.
78.
Wow,
Rhys requires 16.
very, very good effort from Deta. Will it all be in vain?
Game shot on the first leg.
It's a
Rhys Griffin.
hold of throw for Rhys in leg 1. Not before seeing Deta go very close at that tops for an 18-dart breaker throw. Deta has the darts in leg 2.
Second leg, it's Deta to throw first. Game on.
Charlie Coulstefine, our referee.
$85.
Very, very experienced referee, of course. He will be back when the
84.
WDF returns. That's the World Masters up first, and then the recent announcement of the WDF World Darts Championship returning to, well, it's home really, isn't it? Lakeside.
123.
Certainly experience for every darts fan. Should experience at some point or another.
140.
Will start at the end of the PDC World Championships at Ali Pali. It's due to start the closing weekend of the PDC World Championships.
100.
Its traditional spot.
$59.
As darts returns to some kind of normality, the lineup will begin to take shape.
$137. $94.
Been a good response this from
Deta
Deta.
require 56.
A possible 14 darter on the cards to level things up. Double four, sorry, 8 left.
Game shot on the second leg.
Bang, bang.
Deta Hedman.
A 14 dart hold this time from Deta Hedman to level things up at 1 apiece. A very clean finish indeed.
Third leg, it's Rhys to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, the WDF is the World Darts Federation, of course.
41.
Which traditionally has been the governing body of World Darts since the early 70s, I do believe.
83.
Wayne Warren will be
58.
back to defend that version of the title. I've enjoyed having Wayne at the Online Darts Live League. I'm sure he'll be back for another stint. Should imagine we will get a lot of players wanting to get involved
92.
as we get round to that side of the year. Wonderful preparation, of course, playing under the lights here
96.
in the Online Darts Live League studios. It's a real,
45.
well, it's the real start of the season now, of course, for darts at all levels.
59.
The World Match Play only weeks away. The final series of Pro Tour events gets underway next Monday. Don't worry, you won't miss a dart. We come off air at around about 1:30, 1:45. That kicks off on PDC.tv at 2 p.m.
135.
And the lineup will be complete by next Friday for that World Match Play
140.
on Sky Sports, of course. Myself and Paul
DT
Nicholson
require 146.
will be working on the radio broadcast for Talk Sport. Literally don't have to miss a dart. And then
60.
it rolls into the World
Rhys
Cup, and then the
107.
ITV dart season returns with the Euros and the World Series, and then the Players' Champs.
55.
And like I said, we have the Wimble World Masters
DT
returning.
require 86.
And then before you know it, we're back at Ali Pali. Yeah, she'll be disappointed
30.
there to not get at least
Rhys
a dart at the ball.
52.
Can Rhys close out the tops? 2 10s.
Game shot on the third leg. Rhys
Well,
Griffin.
he left it late. I'm sure Deta would be just looking over his shoulder, hoping for a go. It didn't happen. Everything on throw so far. 2-1 to Rhys.
Fourth leg. It's Deta to throw first. Game on. $140.
Well, match on the match, has to be said. Deta has improved.
58.
Like most, would have played little to no darts over the last 18 months. I had a 40-minute session. Can't remember if I was left or right-handed. That's how bad it was.
100. $83. 60.
Still a lead of 159.
$140.
Does have a lovely throw. When he's finding the target, you just wonder how he misses. It looks so easy. There certainly isn't anything mechanically wrong with his throw. Could go ball.
81.
A 25, of course, would have left Deta a 2-darter of 96, which is already checked out this evening.
100.
So both players on 120.
DT require 120.
Deta just drying her darts. It is insanely warm. We do have air conditioning running throughout, but of course that has to go off once the darts start.
80.
Misses tops for 2-2.
She should require 120.
She could find herself 3-1 down and could be 3-1 up.
100.
Gets another chance.
DT require 40.
Tops for 2-2.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
No mistake
Deta
this
Hedman.
time. The winning legs for Rhys have been won in 20 and 21 darts. For Deta, 14 and 16. Different gravy.
Fifth leg. It's Rhys to throw first. Game on.
That's why Deta has the higher average by 4 points, averaging 29 per dart, 87.
57.
Which back in the day, averages like that would have got you a place in the men's England side. That's how good it is.
$137.
Some wonderful
134.
old pictures on Facebook. A rare thing that some of these platforms are good for. Some great pictures on Facebook of England side of years gone by. A very, very proud moment for me, of course, and
45.
every player that gets selected to represent their country.
60.
Certainly one of my proudest moments.
$100.
Both these players have represented their countries, of course, Wales and England.
$137.
Deta very proud of her Jamaican heritage, rightly so. We do both share an obsessive love
59. Rhys, you require 113.
with the music, the culture and the food.
$93.
Mrs. Tops.
Deta, you require 160.
Two treble 20s and double 20 for the 160.
$82. Rhys, you require 20.
Running out of time to get that breaker throw is Deta.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Rhys Griffin.
And an 18 dart hole to throw for Rhys. Again, gets his nose in front. This time 3-2, just one leg away from picking up his first 2
6th
points
leg.
of the
It's
night.
Deta's throw first. Game on. $60. $100.
Is Rhys sensing the opportunity to get this one done now, rather than the peril of a last leg shootout.
100.
Incredibly, only had 1-4-3 so far tonight, and that was Deta against Terry,
76.
with Deta getting 2 match darts. Couldn't convert, unfortunately. She'd love to follow that one. Still a chance.
100.
Just over pitched with dart 3 and dart 2. That's perfect life for Rhys. He'll be disappointed not to follow that.
100.
He's just keeping the pressure on the shoulders of Deta Hedman. And one visit where she...
100.
Well, I was going to say, one visit where she comes up dry. Could be the beginning of the end, but finds the treble 20 with her final dart to get down to a finish of 141.
59.
And we'll get 2 visits to convert this
DT
141
141.
to take us all the way.
$89.
Just one more match remains for these two players after this one. Deta against Coral and Rhys up against Terry. Real
96.
2 tough matches for both players.
DT require 52.
So picking up a win here is crucial, because it's hard to see either player getting too much out of their opponents in their final matches.
42.
Oh, again, pings the wire. It's a 70 for Rhys.
Rhys requires 70.
For a rather flattering 4-2 win.
Game, shot, and the match. Rhys Griffin.
Not for the first time I've seen that route. I think Mensa Silovic is the only other player I've seen go that way on 70 from memory, but Rhys Griffin does pick up his first win of the night. And as I said, it was a very flattering result. As you can see, the higher average there with Deta 85.5. But enjoyable match nonetheless. Right, next up, Jamie Kelling against Terry Jenkins. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League here on Sporty Stuff TV. Okay, up next, the matches come thick and fast.
First leg, it's Jamie
Kelling
first.
up against
Game on.
Terry Jenkins. The table, as it stands right now. Carl Wilkinson played 2-1-2 plus 5.
140.
Jamie Kelling played 2-1-2 plus 5. Terry Jenkins played 2-1-1 minus 1. Rhys Griffin
140.
played 3, won 1, -3 and on 2 points. And Deta played 3, unfortunately lost 3, -6.
180.
Well, Jamie is playing as well as I've seen.
60.
Certainly as well as I've seen him play in all of his appearances here at the Online Darts Live League.
127.
In the scoring phase of the matches, he's been outstanding.
85.
He's also
Jamie
taken
required
out
54.
some key finishes. A 103 in his opening match and a 108 against Deta.
34.
Well, he can't stay there. It's no point.
25. Jamie, you require 20. Game shot on the first leg.
And
Jamie Kelling.
kicks the match off with a 15-dart holder throw, including a 180 there for Jamie Kelling. Another bright start to the match. Is he going to go
Second
through the
leg,
card
Terry
unbeaten?
Throwing first.
Well, that'll be his plan. He has 2 matches remaining, and against, well, 2 of the toughest players, Terry
59.
Jenkins and Carl Wilkinson. Carl Wilkinson up next against Deta Hedman. And that will be Deta's final match
45.
of the night. Desperate to pick up a win, of course.
100.
As Terry will be here. He certainly will want to end the night on more than 2 points. His final match, match number 9, is against Rhys Griffin.
100. 41.
That's why his averages has not been as high as he's appeared to play, if you get my meaning. There is a
130.
odd occasional poor visit either side of a very good score, and of course that brings the average down, but then he responds
180. Terry, you require 108.
180, number 6 for the night for Jamie Kelling.
37. Jamie, you require 95. 55. Terry, you require 71.
A little meaner in the 180 department. Terry needs this. Oh dear.
55. Jamie, you require 40. Game shot on the second leg. Jamie
there
Kelly.
in the end, and gives himself a round of applause, and why not? A 15-dart opening leg has been followed by an 18-dart breaker throw, and it's a 2-0 lead for Jamie Kelling.
Third leg, it's Jamie to throw first.
In the Wilkinson Hedman match, there you go, 8-13 about Carl to just get at least one 180. However, there you go,
100.
13-8 for over 1.5. So that's
100.
in the entire match, not just from Carl Wilkinson. All the better if Deta can chip in with one. She's due one. So far tonight, Carl hit 2 in his opening match, 2 in match number 2. So he's covering the 1.5 on his own right now.
100.
Only worry, of course, if he comes out playing like he did in the first 3 legs against Terry, the match is only 4 legs long.
81.
That may be worth looking at. We are 1 out of 1 tonight.
135.
Battling away here, Terry Jenkins trying to get into this match. He cannot afford to go 3-0 down.
100.
Needs to leave a double here and hope. Treble 20, treble 18 will leave double 16.
60.
Oh dear, not enough.
Jamie require 120.
Ooh, yuck.
80.
Great recovery.
Terry
Credit to him.
106.
Yet again, leaves tops after 15. Treble 18, double 16 for Terry. Oh, long way off. Long way off. Didn't
36.
look to have the timing quite right there.
Jamie require 40.
Tops for 3-0.
Game shot on the
Brilliant.
third leg.
Absolutely brilliant. All credit to him. 15, 18 and 16 darts used to go 3-0 up here for Jamie Kelling. And Terry Jenkins has it all to do from here. Was 3-0 down in his last match, of course, against Carl Wilkinson. However, that was a slightly different standard.
93. 121.
Carl won his opening 3 legs in 15, 11 and 12. But Terry still finds himself in the same position.
59.
3-0 down. He did battle back, albeit briefly, winning
97.
legs 4 and 5 with a couple of 180s en route, but ultimately a 13 darter
100.
put an end to that comeback. And Carl won it 4-2. Of course, winner of this one goes top of the table.
85.
He will have played one more match than Carl Wilkinson, of course, who does play next.
30.
Is that the beginning of the end for TJ?
$84.
He's averaging 94 at the moment, Jamie. His best performance of the night so far in terms of consistency.
61. Jamie require 114.
All due respect, Terry doesn't look like taking out the 158 right now, so treble 17 for Jamie to
40.
leave tops. Well, he's making hard
Terry
work of it.
require 158.
He's giving Terry a sniff.
41.
Again, a really
Jamie
loose
requires
start.
74.
Tops.
34. Terry require 117.
You'd think he would be back. 17 and tops, but there's a lot of pressure on it.
97. Jamie require 40. Game, shots, and the match.
Like throughout
Jamie
the whole
Kelling.
match, with 3 darts in hand, he does not miss. And a very, very tidy performance in the end. And there's the average, 88.41, his best of the night. Disappointing performance from Terry. He will be annoyed with that one. However, it's Jamie Kelling that does go top of the table. Right, we're going to be back with Carl Wilkinson against Deta Hedman. Good evening and welcome back to the Online Darts Live League for, well, our final three matches. Matches 8, 9 and 10. There's the table. Oh, dominant at the moment. Jamie Kelling, 6 points, 3 from 3 and a leg difference of +9. Carl Wilkinson, of course, still has a game to play. Man would have to win 4-0 to join Jamie Kelling on +9.
$85. 60. 100. 95. 95. 140.
I wonder if tempo and rhythm will play its part in this one. Deta, a much more deliberate player.
$85.
One of the few players I watch that I don't feel that a little bit more rhythm to her game would help. I think she's one
60.
of those that has to stick
DC require 136.
to a regimented routine. Everything's fairly calculated. Take a ton from here to leave double 18.
100. Carl, you require
Mason.
146.
So Deta looking good
59.
for a 1-0 lead and a holder throw.
DT require 36. Game shot on the first leg.
In it goes.
Deta Hedman.
Of course, with those thinner wires, it's a little bit more awkward for our referee, Charlie Colstefine. I'm going to give it a second look, but it was in double 18 and
Second
it is
leg,
1-0.
it's Carl to throw first. Game on.
17 dart, holder throw. A very tidy start.
134.
I doubt very much if these two would have played before. I certainly can't find any record of it.
$41. 140. 60.
Although a strong start, in fairness. 134
100.
and 140 to start the leg, followed by a ton. So 127 after 9, a strong leg.
$100.
They are the same
you
flights
require
before anybody
127.
asks me. They are just a different colour. 88.
111.
You heard how close that was. It was audible. The ping on the wire of 88. Most like that ping noise when a golfer hits a club with a 9-iron.
100. Carl, you
It's the
require
pin.
16.
Should I say?
Game shot on the second
No
leg.
mistake.
Carl Wilkinson.
Very tidy response. A 13 dart hole to throw this time for Carl as he is beginning to make his move.
Third leg, it's Deta to throw first. Game on.
He's not going to top the table now, of course.
$140.
Does have one more game, and that will be against Jamie Kelling. And the winner of that, if
140.
Carl wins this one, will go top of the table overnight. Have the advantage going into tomorrow night's final group of matches. If you are tuning
40.
in for the first time, we have 6 players on a Monday morning in Group A, which is over 3 days, starting at 9:30 a.m. The winner, which on this
59.
occasion was Martin Thomas, goes straight through to the final. Players ranked 4, 5 and 6 come back for Thursday and Friday morning session, where they're joined by 3 other players. The players who finished 2nd and 3rd on this occasion was Terry Jenkins
83.
and this man come into this group, where there is 3 additional players who come in.
98.
So we have Martin Thomas winning Group A, the top 3 from this Group B, and then the top 2 from the morning session. Group C will join Martin Thomas for our 6-player field final on Saturday night.
100.
The winner, the runner-up, and the 3rd and 4th place playoff winner all qualify at different stages for Champions Week.
137.
3rd and 4th place
Deta
winner comes in a
require
little bit later, so
138.
gets less opportunities. All very clever.
$45.
So break of throw incoming
Carl, you
for
require
Carl Wilkinson.
67.
He's had his highest average of the Online Darts Live League tonight. That 100.46 against Terry Jenkins
Deta
in match number
require
5.
93.
This to save the leg on throw. Beautiful first start. 2 at double 18. Inch inside.
75.
Over adjusted.
Carl, you require 32.
Probably didn't think he'd be getting another go at this.
Game shot on the 3rd leg. Carl Wilkinson.
Used the first 2 darts wonderfully there. They were both almost like throwing into a wall to find the double 16 with his 3rd and final dart. But it is an 18 dart
leg,
breaker
it's
throw and a
Carl's
2-1
first.
lead.
Game on. $98.
Averaging 93 at the moment. Carl Wilkinson. 83 for Deta. Needs to find another gear. This is Deta's final
40.
match of the night. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 p.m.
180.
We waited a while. There's the one that covers the 0.5, which I thought was a little skinny. We need one more for that big 13-8.
48.
We are going to get another leg, at least. So we may get an opportunity.
97.
Certainly expected Deta to pop one in. She's not had one tonight.
$58. Carl, you require 126.
Would normally, of course, start on 19s if Deta
58.
was on a finish, but way back on 355. No need to take risks.
$100. Carl, you require 68.
Well, treble 20, double 4. 16 for double 16.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Then it goes.
Carl Wilkinson.
That's a 15 dart hole to throw this time for Carl Wilkinson. Has to be said, he is playing very, very well tonight. Himself and Jamie Kelling, the two outstanding players of the night, which is why they are both at the top of the table. And incredibly, their match will decide the overnight leader. Unless Deta can produce
77.
Well, the mother of all comebacks.
$96. $140.
Well, I thought that was in.
$96. $140.
Back to back 140s for Deta.
87. DT require 144. $60. $58.
So 84 to go within one
DT
of
require 84.
Carl Wilkinson. A possible 14 darter here for Deta for 3-2. She didn't want to risk it. I can understand why. 55 remaining.
44.
All barring
Carl,
164.
164.
That's out of 160, of course.
$64.
Tops for Deta for 3-2.
DT require 40.
Will not want to be giving Wilkinson a
the
go a
fifth
ton.
leg. Deta Hedman.
And Deta certainly won't. Finds double top with dart 2, a 17 dart hold. Well, she's going to force Carl to serve it out in leg number 6.
Leg. It's Carl to throw first. Game on. $140.
Oh, unbelievable. We've been robbed by a millimetre. Deta in the last leg. And Carl Wilkinson on that visit just there. Unbelievable.
100.
That's a great son. Yeah, Deta having a second look. I don't blame you.
$140.
Well, guys, if you did follow my advice, my apologies, but, well, it's just bad luck, I'm afraid. Not unless Deta can do it.
140.
Oh, 4 140s in the last 5 scoring visits. And no 180s. Unbelievable.
85.
Can't beat the luck of a bookie. If we were as lucky as bookies, there wouldn't be a bookie, would there? They'd all be broke.
60. Carl, you require 136.
For a 12 darter and a 4-2 win. Should be able to get just over the top of those to leave
100.
double 18. He does. Very, very good performance again from Carl Wilkinson. It did look like there was a little bit more in the locker over the first 3 days of Group A. And he's proving that tonight. He's on a 95 average here. That will
100.
dip just slightly.
Carl, you require 36.
Dip a fair
18.
bit now. 101 then for Deta.
Deta,
Level
you
things
require
up.
101. $84. Carl, you require 18.
99. 144. There's the one.
Game, shot, and the match.
There's the
Carl
double 4.
Wilkinson.
Winning legs of 13, 18, 15 and 18 there for Carl Wilkinson. Gets his 3rd win of the night. As I said, he will be playing in our final match. There's some numbers for you. An average of 90 in the end. It did come down a lot due to 5 missed darts at doubles. Right, we're going to be back with Terry Jenkins against Rhys Griffin. Good morning. It is good morning, 1:45 in the morning, and welcome back to our penultimate match of the night. And it features Terry Jenkins against Rhys Griffin, both players in need of a win. And our final match will be Carl Wilkinson against Jamie Kelling, and that will decide the overnight leader. There is the table for you. What a matchup that is.
Terry to throw first.
Certainly.
Game on.
Save the best until last. Remember, the top three at the conclusion of play tomorrow night will progress through to Saturday's
100.
final. So this could turn out to be a very, very big game indeed. Two players of the night so far, has to be said, have been those at the top of the table, Jamie Kelling and Carl Wilkinson.
140.
I'm sure those of you who have been watching throughout will
57.
echo those sentiments. And very, very impressive. Certainly
60.
the best I've seen Jamie Kelling play. And consistently
60.
throughout the night. He's hit 6 180s so far this evening in his 3 matches.
100. 58. Terry, you require 101.
All 5 players will be back tomorrow night for your enjoyment. Tops for a 15 dart hold.
Game shot on the first leg. Terry Jenkins.
Very, very tidy there from Terry, and a tidy start to the match. A hold, a throw, and a 1-0 lead.
Second leg, it's Rhys to throw first. Game on. 140.
Fairness to Terry, the only real disappointing performance from him
140.
was against Jamie Kelling. The opening match was against Deta, which was poor in quality, high intention for Terry, but he did find a way to win in the end. He did hit 3 180s in that match, but just 4 out of 16, so effectively a leg wasted on doubles.
100.
So ended up with an average of just over 78. Then, of course, walked into a
58.
very warm Carl Wilkinson, losing 4-2 with a 92 average. Carl Wilkinson just shy of 101. Then,
140.
like I said, went down
Rhys
very
require
disappointingly
167.
4-0 to Jamie Kelling, who averaged 88.5.
81. Terry, you require 121.
To double his lead, treble 17 will leave Bully the ball.
44. Rhys, you require 86. $54. Terry requires 77. Game shot on the second leg. Terry Jenkins.
And Terry Jenkins eventually does double his lead. 2-0, a hold of throw, followed by a break of throw. Here's one to lose from here, you'd feel.
Third leg, it's Terry to throw first. Game on. 100. 58.
Of course, I was discussing everything darts earlier, and the PDC European Tour will look to return
58.
in September. One in Budapest and the other in Gibraltar.
81. 137.
The event in Budapest will be the first one back for quite some time.
81.
The Hungarian Darts Trophy.
60.
Don't think I've ever been to Budapest. Certainly been to Gibraltar. I lived there. Beautiful. Beautiful rock.
86. Terry, you require 146.
2 visits at this 146 for a 3-0 lead.
100.
Watching that last treble go in would have hurt Rhys. Not been able to get into this
60.
one at all thus far.
Terry, you require 46. Game shot on the third leg. Terry Jenkins.
Back-to-back 15 darters, and then a holder throw there for Terry Jenkins. It's giving him a 3-0 lead. Looks done and dusted this one, doesn't it?
Fourth leg, it's Rhys to throw first. Game on.
That was the longest leg of the match there, an 18 darter for
85.
Terry Jenkins. Averaging 94 at the moment. 15, 15 and 18 darts used.
85. 96. 140.
I have one more week, next week in the hot seat before Paul Nicholson
81.
returns. And then we're both off to Blackpool. Absolutely buzzing for that. We'll see the return, of course, of a full house there at the Winter Gardens in
85.
Blackpool. I think it's from the Monday. The Saturday and Sunday is restricted to around 40% capacity. God knows why.
27.
I presume they restrict the capacity at Wimbledon when they close the roof. Obviously not.
100.
So down to 91 after 12, a potential 14 darter. You'll see him in the match with a 95 plus average.
140.
That's better.
Terry, you require
Could be
91.
a little bit too late. Yeah, I had a feeling he was going to go
51.
double-double.
Rhys, you require 72.
So to stay in it. Oh, it's a super first dart. 2 12s.
Game
Oh, it's a
shot on
beautiful
the fourth
second
leg.
dart.
Rhys Griffin.
A 17 dart holder throw in the end there. Keeps this one alive and keeps Rhys's hopes alive of picking up 2 points in his final game tonight.
Fifth leg, it's Terry to throw first. Game on. 81. 81. 47. 45. 80. 81. $76.
Tried to pick off the treble 18. That's the cover shot. Another one of those. Leaves 160.
134.
Super visit from Rhys. What can Terry do with 217? Was a loose one, but a great recovery.
Rhys require 160.
2 treble 20s and tops.
$63. Terry, you require 92.
Can he get a double this time? Double 18.
74.
So yet again,
Rhys, you require 97.
Rhys will have to find a finish to extend this match. Treble 18. Oh, he's gone for the double himself.
76.
Oh, and hit it when he didn't want it.
Terry, you require 18.
Will it matter? That's awkward.
Game,
Oh, that's
shot, and the match.
Absolutely
Terry
wonderful
Jenkins.
dart there in the end from Terry Jenkins, and he does get the win. 4-1 will certainly do his leg difference no harm. A very tidy average from Terry in the end. 89.1 did drop off towards the back end of the match. 4 out of 7 on the doubles is impressive, and a high finish of 101. Well, up next, our final match of the night, and the winner of this one will top the table overnight. Good morning and welcome back for our final match of this opening night of Group B matches. And it's the two table toppers currently. Jamie Kelling, there you go, and Carl Wilkinson. Both won 3 out of 3. Both on 6 points.
Game on.
Well, there's no draws in the live league.
$125.
So one of these two will go top. The bookies think it's going to be Carl. They've got him a very strong 8-13 favourite, which I can understand.
81.
To actually analyse the performances of the night, it would be hard not to make Carl the
60.
strong favourite. Former Polish Open winner, of course, Carl Wilkinson.
59.
Comes from a tough school of darts there in Yorkshire.
134.
We're actually having a giggle many years ago, probably now around 20 years ago. I got booked for an exhibition
121.
in Yorkshire. Didn't know too much about it, was just given a venue and a time. Turned up and I thought, oh, this looked familiar.
100.
It turned out to be their county venue. And it turned out with around about 10 minutes
100.
practice, I was playing
82.
the 12-man county A side. Did not end well for me. I think I got beat 9-3 in the end.
Carl Wilkinson.
As Carl Wilkinson gets off to the ideal start, a holder throw and a 1-0 lead.
Second leg, it's Jamie to throw first.
Yeah, their county side, Yorkshire back then, was just absolutely phenomenal. A 12-man field, and pretty much all of them I travelled the world with, playing in and competing in ranking events.
35.
It was around the time, so it was around about 2001, 2002. I think John Walton was the current world champion.
140.
I think he had the trophy with him and mocked me for quite a while, with humour, of course.
140.
Great days. And I was unaware, but it's a tradition that
136.
used to happen quite
Jamie
a lot.
require 164.
We'll stay there. Treble 18 would have left 32.
Carl, you require 90.
A breaker throw opportunity. Double 15. Is that a guide?
75.
Just over pitched. Yep.
Jamie,
see
you
the
require
reaction.
68.
Treble 20, double 4. There's the treble 20. There's the double 4. I have to say,
Jamie Kelling.
I can't wait to look at his overall stats in the morning, which I will, of course, make you aware of tomorrow evening when we return for this group. But his finishing stats over the night, very, very tidy. Especially those finishes, like I said, around about 60 to 100.
100.
He was 4 out of 7 in his opening match. 4 out of 8 in match number 2.
180.
4 out of 11 in match 3. So yeah, his finishing for the night has been outstanding.
134. 45. 140.
And despite that 180, that's what he's done a little bit too often, which has affected his averages. He's backed up a big visit with something relatively
100.
ordinary,
Cole,
He
you
soon got
require
back into his stride.
127.
Not for the first time.
119.
We'll be back. That was for a 12 darter. Carl Wilkinson averaging 113
44.
as we go
Cole, you
into leg
require
3.
8.
Jamie Kelling averaging 102.
Game shot on the third leg.
So
Carl Wilkinson.
both players have raised their game. There's been the two outstanding players of tonight, of course. So it's quite fitting that they have both picked it up a bit.
Fourth leg, it's Jamie to throw first. $57.
Good to see Jamie playing at this level. I know his confidence was fairly crushed over the years. Still a young man.
134.
Still has plenty to offer the game because mechanically he's pretty sound.
100.
It's a little loopy for my liking, but it works for him.
85.
I could pull the Wilkinson throw apart, but I want to play him for my dinner money.
$125.
Carl Wilkinson, of course, doesn't need a breaker throw to win this match. He has the darts. So 4 holds of throw would do him very nicely. Well, he's halfway there.
59.
But here is an opportunity. How low can he go on the 182? Well, he'll come for cover. Should stay there.
98. Jamie require 160.
You can tell how well he's playing. He's disappointed when he doesn't hit the second treble in a visit.
60. Carl, you require 84.
He was off. How much can he see? He's going to have to go high or low, obviously.
72. Jamie require 100.
That would have come out of his hand, that second dart. And he would have thought it was in.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Wow.
Jamie Kelling.
All credit to Jamie Kelling because he was out of that one and effectively out of the match. But that ton finish has kept him in it. 2-2, all on throw.
Fifth leg, it's Carl to throw first. Game on.
First finish of the match. 17 dart hold. Missed
85.
darts at double 12 for 3-1. Should be attempting to serve this one out 4-1 here and now, but it's 2-2 courtesy of the 100 finish. Carl Wilkinson still averaging well in excess of a ton. 108 right now. 95 for Jamie. But the all-important bit is that leg scoreline. And it's locked. Desmond, 2-2.
100.
Don't forget to give us a follow across social media at Darts Live League. Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.
140.
You will rarely find me on any of those. Don't forget to give Sporty
30.
Stuff TV a follow, of course, across all social media platforms.
96. $44. Carl, you require 84.
69, double 6.
72.
Pinged it like he did on the double 12. He could be shaking this man's hand and walking out here at a
45.
4-1 winner.
12.
As it is, it's going to be 3-2.
6.
Speaketh too soon, Mason.
$41. Carl, you require 6. Game shot on the 5th leg. Carl Wilkinson.
Eventually get there. A 19 dart hole to throw, and again, Jamie Kelling has it all to do. 6th leg, he has the darts.
Jamie to throw first.
You will find me on Instagram from time to time at ChrisMason180. Don't bother
58.
giving me loads of abuse. I'll only bring you down to my level and make you block me. It's futile, and it's pretty much only pictures of
180.
me messing around in the gym or in the boxing gym. Look at this for a reply.
121.
Just was a little bit short on the follow through there.
174.
Well, the 9 is on. 147, usually associated with the maximum break in snooker. Well, this 147 is the minimum darts for a 501 leg.
47.
Go on, Carl.
99. 134.
If he goes out in 2
Carl,
darts here,
48.
this will be his highest average in the live league.
Game, shot,
And in it
and the
goes.
match. Carl Wilkinson
Finishes off in a clench of the fist, winning legs of 15, 13, 19 and 12. I'm sure we'll take a look at the average right now, and there you go, and that is a new record for Carl Wilkinson, 103.92. Take a bow, big fella. That was special. What is even more special, look at the stats. Only 4 out of 14 on the doubles, and missed a fair few. Right, we're going to be back. There's just confirmation of Carl on top of the table, winning 4 out of 4, 8 points and +9. We're back tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. with Lee Evans against Gerald Cole. We'll see you then. Good night.